It has been 5 years since the US, under Donald Trump's first term as president, decided for the full withdrawal of foreign forces. The withdrawal itself was seen as disastrous. Now, in his second term, President Donald Trump has now termed what he calls righting the wrongs of the past and giving America justice with regard to the issue of Afghanistan. However, getting Taliban to play ball now is a very difficult task. Here's more.
The most memorable images of the mayhem at the Hamid Karzai airport in Kabul that surrounded the hurried and chaotic US withdrawal from Afghanistan as the Taliban took control in 2021. Scenes here are symbolic of what has been accepted as a botched-up mess that Trump has repeatedly blamed the Biden administration for. American citizens and US allies were left behind. Billions of dollars in military equipment was abandoned. 13 US service members were killed in a suicide bombing at the Abbey Gate at the Kabul airport.
What you are seeing is indeed a sewer. This runs beside the Kabul airport gate, which is the window for escape. Desperation is evident, as you can see men and women even getting down into the sewer. The attempt is to get as close to the entry point and access to the airport. How many can actually make it? Only time will tell. Anas Malik in Kabul, Afghanistan for WION World is One.
Fast forward to 2025, at the Conservative Political Action Conference CPAC and the first meeting of his new cabinet, President Trump brought up Afghanistan, voicing a determination to correct the mess made by the Biden administration during the withdrawal.
3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed 13 American service members and countless others in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan, perhaps the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. Tonight, I am pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity, and he is right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice.
We're doing a complete review of every single aspect of what happened with the botched withdrawal of Afghanistan and plan to have full accountability.
Trump demands that the Taliban return more than $7 billion worth of US military equipment. US troops removed or destroyed major assets, but many aircraft, ground vehicles and weapons remain in Taliban hands. Trump has also expressed deep regret over loss of the Bagram air base and China's alleged presence there, something China has denied. The Taliban has outrightly rejected the idea, calling the weapons spoils of war. It was the group's first official response to Trump's speech ahead of his return to the White House. Zabiullah Mujahid, the chief Taliban spokesperson, hit back on return calls, saying the weapons were now the property of the Afghan people and that no force could compel the Taliban to surrender them. He even threatened that the Taliban would use the weapons against invaders. But is Trump only looking for a transactional deal on weapons? Experts say Trump could be looking for new leverage over the Taliban, something the US has struggled to do since exiting Afghanistan. He repeatedly links it to US humanitarian aid that the Taliban desperately needs. In days to come, watchers suggest Trump may use the weapons and aid issues as a tool to pressure the Taliban in the fight against the Islamic State and Al-Qaeda. Or maybe his business and profit mind eyes untapped mineral wealth in Afghanistan. This war of words, this heated give-and-take exchange is far from over.